Hey everybody, and welcome back to Hex a Token channel. Hope you guys are enjoying yourself. Of course, another day in the paradise of Hex land. So let's get straight into it. Hex.com. Hex stake average 40% interest a year. So pretty awesome. Hex.com, folks. Let's get straight into today's results. A day 686. A day 686. Let's go. So here we are, day 686. We're on hexdailystats.com site. Now all the links covered in this video in the video description. Check it out if you're a Hexicans or want to be a Hexicans. Get into it. So 18th of October 2021, price snapshot was 26.9 cents. So another red day, 4.8%. Obviously, we're in a retrace period, and so you expect to see a lot of these red days. So out of the last 10 days, we've had 8 red days. But we've stopped getting those double-digit declines. We're down at about half that at the moment. So negative 4.8, 26.9, still holding up fairly strong. Hasn't really broke down through there too much. I think there was possibly one spike. We'll check that out later. Return on investment multiplied from all-time low, 5th of January 2020 is 4,766x. So still holding up there nicely. Payout per Tshare 5.779, still it's close to average, but it's slightly better than average. Tshare $5,119 to get a Tshare. So obviously always a good time to pick them up when the price is on a retrace. You can get Tshares much cheaper because as you can see previously on day 677 they were up at $8,000 to get a Tshare. And remember the share rate and the hex price are the two things that determine the Tshare price rate. So the share rate itself goes up and to the right forever, and the hex price can move around. So when you get the hex price moving down, you're going to get a cheaper hex price there, Tshare price. So staking is the main game. Getting Tshares is the main game for stakers. So that's it. The Tshare rate at 19,028, up 20.6, a good day of increase there. So it is only getting more expensive. 20 more hex required to get a Tshare for 2 day stake. Obviously, you can stake longer for the bonuses and get more Tshares that way as well. Average stake length 5.76, holding steady. APY rate of interest 37.06, nice, eh? 37.9, that includes interest and early in-stake penalties. Liquidity in the pool up slightly from yesterday as well. 106 million hex in the pool, 29.3 million US dollars, just slightly down from the previous day. And liquidity pool of ETH is actually up to 917, interestingly enough. Let's total locked at the moment 16.89 billion is locked. Market cap is 154 billion, so down from yesterday 161. Down about was it 8 billion there. Tshare market cap is 56.43 billion, down from the previous day as well, obviously following the hex price. Tshares is at 1,022,853. That's actually down 5,000 from the day before. So that's actually bodes well if you're a staker. There's less Tshares around, so that's good for you. Total share supply 635.5 billion, just up slightly from yesterday, with 20, almost 30 million hex minted. That means that's part of the inflation gets minted, and which is 3.69% in hex. Goes to stakers, of course. Very cool. Stakers make it. That's the way it goes. Circulating supply 572.7 billion, say, and that's up 8.5 million in the circulating supply. So obviously this adds a bit of pressure there to the price as well. Stake supply 62.7 billion is staked, so very nice. Actually up 21.5 million. So people taking the opportunity with the price there to get a bit more staked in there, but not as many Tshares. Not as many Tshares. All right, so stake supply GA 173. We'll go past the GA part, but we'll just go to stake percentage 9.88, holding steady the last 3 days. Pretty cool. That's the amount of coins that are actually staked, so pretty cool out of total supply. Payout hex 63.7 million was paid out yesterday, and penalties still another good day for penalties. Not as big as the other 2 days, but still close, just under 1 million hex penalties there. So once again, if you're staking, you're going to make it. You get paid when people decide to stake, sell down, and you still get paid, and you accumulate more hex. Very nice. Total holders 371,000. Awesome stuff, eh? So it's heading up towards 400,000 at a fast rate of knots, up 645. That's a very good number, folks, at the moment. So very cool. Current stakers 68,000, up 200. Total stakers 83,762, up 300. So these are all very good numbers still. And the total total current holders 261,217, up 454, which is still another great number there. So still pulling in really good user numbers, and that's what you want over time. You get the network effect, and therefore you're going to get support the price going up over time. So very nice on that. All right, so hope you guys enjoyed that. That's cover of that. Let's go quickly to nomics.com and see where Hex is placed. Obviously, the market is just down a tad there, 1.44% at 2.7 trillion on Nomics, and Hex sitting there at 27 cents. That's the current price, not the snapshot price we just looked at, and that's pretty flat at the moment on the 24 hour. So that's actually a good sign. Maybe it has lost its selling steam. Just holding off around the 26, 27 cents at the moment. Market cap 154 basically 155 billion and 60 million in daily volume, so not too bad. All right, so yeah, let's see. It hasn't broken down to that 22 cent mark, and of course, if it broke the 22 cent mark, the 16.5 cents marks is the next, and so it hasn't done that either. So good, that's great. We'll let's go check out the old. I haven't got the price chart up at the moment, but I might do another video on that later on. Let's quickly check out the charts, of course, have a look at the current position of the Hex price, still 27 cents here too. Tshare 5,159, so that's holding pretty good. Now the pooled is Hex is pretty much not a complete, it's like a quasi-stable coin. It's got 45 plus 42% is in USDC, so that's what's that, 87.3%, so still holding up pretty strong with the liquidity pool. Not a quite, it's quasi-stable. It's quasi-stable coin because you've got USD pairing as opposed to then demands just for the underlying demand for Hex itself. So that's just the way it is. So here's the Hex Tshare price. You can see it's still holding up pretty strongly. Always has a pullback. You see it has continual pullbacks all the way up, but it still goes to right. Obviously, as the price moves up to higher period, the candles look bigger. But as I say, once we get into the dollars, this current pump here and retrace will look small compared to a couple of dollars, right? So just the way it goes. And obviously, as you get go to a couple of dollars, you need more economic energy. But we're getting good growth in wallets, and of course, there are a lot of whales around, and not just XOG whales, but new money whales as well. So something to think about. All right, so let's have a look at the share rate there. As I say, it's up and to the right, very cool. And of course, this total stake is continuing to go up and to the right, which is what you want as well. So very cool. A lot of fundamentals going well. And of course, another good day in the Hex per Tshare payout. Very cool. So if you're staking it, you're making it. Very nice. And let's go to the LSD. This is Hex.vision, of course. So let's go to that and dashboard. We're going to go look at my favorite chart, of course. Let's go to overview and check that out. All right, so we're going to go to the very bottom. You sort of see that we've had a bit of uplift there in stakes, obviously with the cheaper price. We've had some uplift in stakes happening there, so very nice on that. Now this is the Hex.vision side, of course. We're going to go straight down to the bottom, open stakes by end time. And of course, we've got the front end here. And like I say, lots of these two candles, a lot of these will restake. And like a lot of them are short-term stakers, so people staking, 30 days, so 3 months type of thing, and of course they'll roll forward. So you do have a bit of a candles rolling forward as we move ahead, but some of these will end up staking longer term as well. So very cool. And then some of them, have weekends and sell down when there's maybe there's a big XOG selling down or something like that. Then they'll jump on board. But definitely getting better and better as we go. Now in 2021 we had a lot of these quite large candles all through the year. So while we've still got these front runner ones, short-term stakers with the big hex bags, just rolling monthly and weekly and things like that, we will still get a lot more over time. Oh geez. The other thing is a lot of the new wallets are people that are staking longer into the future as well. So we'll get a lot of that going on as well. So it's going to be interesting to see that play out. And as I say, I'm very bullish for the 2022 period, particularly post a pulse chain. That's going to be exciting to see. Let's quickly check out the pulse spot. We're coming up to 10 minutes here on the live stream. So it's the last 24 hours on the pulse spot. See, here's the example of 15 million stake ended, 76 days. So just shows you, you get these big ones rolling over. They get pretty decent payouts as well for that. We had it 23 hours ago. We had it 2.1 million hex sell. So obviously it explains the price absorbing those sells there. We've got 10 million hex ended. That was a 590-day stake, so that's a pretty long one as well. Obviously, we're up to a day 686. That was 590 days, and they rolled it out. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with that. Will they restake it or not? A quarter of a million to stake for 5,505 days. So people still chasing those T-shares, folks, with some decent X, and they're almost $500,000 there, staking 5 too. So people, like I say, people are still going to stake out, and as I said, some of the stuff's still going to stake out here in the longer period. So 5 days out, the 15-year period out here. So still getting quite a bit of that. What do we got here? 1.2 million just bought for 311,000. So just shows you there's buying in there too, big buying, not just selling at the moment. 1.5 million hectares bought there for 383,000. So very nice. That was 4 hours ago. So what was the other one? That was 5 hours ago. So 4 or 5 hours ago, we got some nice buy support in there. And then we got a 32-day stakes. This is sort of stakes that we see in the front wall, right? So in this part here, we see these stakes with these kind of levels of hex being rolled over month to month, earning the income. Not, they do get diluted over time, of course, with the old people that are staked are going to get hex, so they slowly get diluted from that point of view. But ultimately, they've got a decent bag of hex, so they're just rolling it over. There were 316,000 there. US dollars just got staked for 555, 187 T-shares. So you got a mixed bag there. It does seem to have slowed down at the moment, and seems like this price range of 27, 26 cents seems to be holding at this stage. So very cool, which is not the most dramatic pullback, but it's a serious pullback, about 50%, maybe even up to 60% if you include some of the spike of parts, but still holding up pretty well here. As well on the price, so very cool. Nothing really new on Richard Hart's Twitter, so not worth mentioning. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. Subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, of course, and I will see you in the next one. Hex.com, man. Hex.com. Stake it to make it. That's all I say. All right, take care now, and I will see you tomorrow.